Did you really believe Harlem's messiest Bonnie and Clyde could get away with fabricating a whole baby only to keep their purses full and their names popular? Oh, sit down and silence every notification because what I'm about to unpack is so dirty, embarrassing, and disgustingly on brand for these two. Even the petty corners of Twitter can't make this controversy look pretty. Imagine waking up to leaked footage of Chrissy, the self-proclaimed ride or die queen, cooing, sweet baby, into a burner phone while Cam'ron, Mr. Pink Mink himself, takes 3 steps back, manipulating this sordid soap drama like Harlem's cheap shop puppeteer. Check for fake tears. Double check for fake doctor's notes. Secret cash drops under cheap motel doors. Baby checkmate. Consider how deep this rabbit hole actually goes. How many sponsorships, reunion deals, and false charity checks did these to get as the world cheered for a non-existent pregnancy? The worst part is that the receipts are dropping out one by one. And believe me, once we're done today, you'll never look at a baby bump the same way again. Buckle up. This expose has the potential to break the internet twice before noon. So, let's peel back the filthy layers of the circus, because believe me, Harlem's so-called power couple did not slip up overnight. Oh no, this nasty masterpiece was years in the making, veiled with reality show tears, faked engagement rings, and Instagram captions are so phony that they could fool even a ghost. First, let's go back to the golden age, when Chrissy Lannon called herself the First Lady of Harlem and Cam'ron strutted around like a peacock for Don T. That moment, Jim Jones, bless his devoted fool heart, believed he owned Harlem's final, unshakable brotherhood. But beneath all that Dipset nostalgia, snake pits, hush money, and a phony pregnant tummy that would make even Mona Scott Young wonder whether this was too scandalous for cable television. People think the rot began in 2017, when VH1's reunion shows began to draw flat ratings. Chrissy was aware that her cry and cue skills were rapidly losing value. Cam understood his solo hype was trapped in 2005 nostalgia and shoddy tour flyers. So, what do the hustlers with dusty limelight do? Easy. Make a fresh mess. Enter the bogus baby scheme. Insiders, and by insiders, specifically Chrissy's old nail tech, who couldn't keep her mouth shut, claimed the first pregnant hint reached Cam's ears at a shady lunch at Harlem Tavern. Chrissy leaned over her champagne, tapped Cam's iced watch, and said, "What if the world thinks I'm pregnant?" Cam did not even flinch. He brought out his second phone, not the public one, the burner, and muttered, "If you sell it right, we all eat good." Since that breakfast, baby frauds have become baby plans. Chrissy Ray followed old brand sponsors on Instagram. Cam made amends with reality show producers who said they'd never work with him again following the 2011 backstage breakdown. And Jimmy is a complete idiot. He kept believing every "I love you, daddy" text she sent at 2 a.m. while discreetly negotiating hush payments for questionable ultrasound billing. Fast forward to spring 2022, Chrissy began to notice an odd lump in her selfies. Fan pages debated if she was shining, while Harlem's barber shops whispered that she was beaming, but had a pillow-like belly. Meanwhile, Cam savored every drop of cloud. He teased the group with mysterious Instagram stories containing baby emoticons and threw not-so-subtle shade at Jim. A real man accepts his blunders and nurtures his seedlings. It works. Sponsorship opportunities arose from every direction, including baby products, mommy podcasts, and maternity photo shoots. And source revealed that a significant vitamin manufacturer offered Chrissy a 5-figure sum for a pregnancy health journey vlog on YouTube. They had no idea that her bank balance, not her womb, was rising. This is when things get nasty. These two did more than just pretend. Nope. They made the deception appear impenetrable. A traveling obgyn from Jersey, who allegedly had her license revoked in 2018 because Cam's privacy was jeopardized due to dodgy medical papers, phony blood work, phony sonograms, and fake prenatal appointment receipts were generated on a burner laptop, saved to an encrypted USB, and handed off to Chrissy before any suspicious public relations agent could inquire for verification. Due dates. While Jim took blurry bathroom selfies with Chrissy's manufactured bump, Cam sat 2 blocks away at a hookah lounge, laughing with his inner group. Harlem is still foolish enough to buy anything if you sprinkle some reality TV tears on it. Savage, but unsurprising. It all may have remained buried if not for one blunder that not even Cam's paranoia could correct. The housekeeper at the infamous Midtown hotel room. Yep, The same housekeeper who found a remarkably flat pregnant belly band in the trash also discovered 3 unused prenatal tablet bottles. She took a photo. She DM'd it to a Harlem gossip blogger looking for clicks. Boom. Baby scam revealed. Within hours, the not approve of false babies. We have discontinued all collaborations effective immediately. The internet has broken again. Now pause. Draw a deep breath. Because if you thought this scam ended with exposed hotel bans and dubious invoices, you were mistaken. This baby bombshell wasn't all about clout. The ticking time bomb blasted up Harlem's last fairy tale couple. Performance dips at loyalty, prompting a federal audit. And if you thought Harlem chatter would finally stop, guess again. Because what fell next didn't simply Torchy and Cam, but drew a couple old acquaintances back into the nasty spotlight. They swore they had left behind. Stick with me. Part 2 will delve deeper into the scandal. And believe me, at the end, you'll wish it was simply lousy reality television. It is so much worse. If you thought the barbershop whispers and Twitter memes were enough to put the fraud to rest, welcome to the real Harlem. The receipts trickling out now dragged more than just Chrissy and Cam'ron. They flipped a switch, transforming Harlem's dusty backstage secrets into a federal sideshow that no one, including Mona Scott with her tight NDAs, could sweep under the reunion rug. Here's how things escalated. Same disgruntled intern. Whoever dumped the hotel Ben invoices and the burning laptop screenshots didn't stop there. 2 days after the hashtag Chrissy phony bump became viral, this rogue whistleblower released a single encrypted file on a sketchy discussion board. The file name is Mom Empire PR Plan Final. It contains a treasure trove of emails, WhatsApp discussions, and sign pitches detailing how Chrissy, Cam, and 2 shady PR managers planned a 6-month viral maternity story arc. One bullet point stated, Phase 1, public reveal. Phase 2, a false ultrasound leak. Phase 3 involves a paparazzi bump sighting. Phase 4, brand deals secured. Phase 5 is a purposeful miscarriage tale with a sympathy and reunion theme. Read it again. They not only pretended to be pregnant, but they also planned to fake sadness. Fans would line up with tissue boxes and hashtags, urging VH1 to air a special reunion. When Harlem caught wind of that bullet tip, bam, the internet was split in half. One side asked that Chrissy be blacklisted from any network that ever paid her a reunion check. The other half screamed. Cam was the puppet master, the evil genius, making Harlem's queen sell out her last drop of dignity for clout crumbs. Meanwhile, Jim Jones, who claimed to be Harlem's last loyal king, went ballistic. Forget about prayer hands. Forget the spiritual quotations. He displayed his own receipts on Instagram Live. Over 200,000 people watched him sit in a dimly lit studio. He yelled into the phone while wearing part of his hoodie and shaking his voice. Have you ever loved someone so much that you allowed him to ruin you twice? You're laughing at me, but I was playing father to a falsehood she and Cam concocted. Behind my back. Fans crowded the chat room. Stay strong, King. You deserve better. Cam was held accountable for his betrayal. The more Jim poured, the more the timeline melted down, the more heartbreak occurred. TikTok editors combined snippets of him crying with old Dipset footage, trapping millions in a never-ending cycle of nostalgia and embarrassment. But Harlem's tumultuous DNA never ends with heartbreak. When the money trail becomes complicated, it turns into a crime. Because, alongside that PR file, the whistleblower posted partial bank ledgers, which piqued the interest of even tax authorities. Zelle transfers disguised as false catering firms, PayPal bills for pregnant wellness consultation, and piles of $2,500 wire payments to Harlem's Events LLC. For the FBI and IRS, it was a breadcrumb trail with additional cheese.by morning word had spread quickly. Federal agents requested a meeting. According to rumors, Homeland Security knocked on one of Cam's old studio doors about 500 a.m. in Queens, looking for a backup. Drives. One gossip blogger even shared a fuzzy photo of a black SUV parked outside Chrissy's cousin's condo, claiming the feds were questioning her cousin about hush money receipts. While the street screamed RICO and racketeering, Cam remained in ghost mode. No freestyle clapback, no shady bar on Instagram, no petty tweet with sobbing laugh emojis, simply radio silence, which scares Cam more than any diss tune. Everyone in Harlem knows when Cam's he is making something lethal, so be quiet. Meanwhile, Chrissy, the former reality TV ride or die queen, was left to drown alone. The paparazzi spotted her twice in days, ducking into a lawyer's midtown office with bigger sunglasses than her dignity. The next, crying while driving a rented black Escalade outside a maternity boutique. She allegedly used a scheme to obtain free baby bump props. Brands did not wait for an apology. That vitamin sponsor has left. A designer baby clothing brand she teased on Instagram ghosted her with a scathing pinned comment. "We only dress true miracles. We wish Miss Lampin." Promoter revealed a text exchange in which Cam allegedly asked for a $50,000 advance, promising that the baby plot uproar will subside soon. Spoiler, it didn't. The most heinous leak yet, a covert group conversation screen grab. Reggie himself released it to a YouTube blogger, revealing Cam, Chrissy, and a PR fixer discussing which gossip blogs they'd pay off to kill any unwanted headlines if the phony baby story went too far. The conversation even included a petty letter. "Be sure Jim don't find out till the bag has cleared." So, guess what? Jim wasn't the only one who found out. The entire planet did. By now, Taipei's once unbreakable fraternity resembled Harlem's rubbish pile. Contracts are shredded, friendships are torched, and brand endorsements are in ashes. And with federal agents squealing, it wasn't just Instagram memes anymore. A reported federal tax probe has both Cam and Chrissy sweating. Bullets dispute whether hush funds were properly reported. And where was Jim throughout this? Are you still healing? Still heartbroken? Huh? Harlem's final loyal ruler entered the booth. According to rumors, a new album titled Faked and Betrayed will be released soon. A few sneaky clips posted on Twitter. Savage bars with no features, only Jim dragging Cam, Chrissy, and every bogus baby prop from Midtown to Miami. If you believe this clown act will finish with PR apologies and legal bills, think again. Because the Puppet Master Whisper Network alleges an even nastier twist is locked in an attorney's safe. A final hush agreement signed by Cam and Chrissy that details how much bogus baby money was split behind Jim's back and laundered through fraudulent charity donations. If the document hits the blogs, Oh Baby will not only burn Daipath's last legacy to the ground, but they may also bring a few big-name sponsors down with them. Homeland Security is already poking around. The streets are eagerly anticipating the final receipts. Part 3. Oh, it is coming. Harlem had been yearning the dagger, because when the hush file is released, even the rats in the gutter will feel bad for Jim Jones. Stay tuned. You do not want to blink now. Part 3 involves destroying any remaining secrets. So here we are. If you've gotten thus far without grasping your imaginary pearls, brace yourselves, because the next episode in this phony baby disaster does more than just put a final nail in Dipset's dusty coffin. It also sends the entire Harlem rumor ecosystem into a tailspin that has even the block's oldest OGs ducking cameras. Remember the stillness file? Yes, the so-called smoking gun Reggie alluded to. Well, for weeks, the streets whispered that just 2 people had a copy. Reggie and a shady entertainment lawyer who previously handled Cam landed side business after his tax difficulties made headlines a decade ago. But Harlem forgot one thing. Secrets do not stay hidden when everyone's loyalty is on layaway. A week following Jim's The Hush file surfaced 2 days after Reggie's group chat leaked, following a tragic live rant. No major tabloid release, no podcast exclusive, simply a single anonymous Google Drive link distributed throughout the comment sections of every post that even mentioned Chrissy Cam or phony babies. Within an hour, the link was trending worldwide. That folder included a goldmine of contracts, signed NDAs, wire instructions, and a blurry PDF marked Final Split Agreement in large red characters. It outlined how the revenues from the so-called baby storyline would be divided among Chrissy, Cam, a dodgy obgyn, and the gossip PR fixer who sold the story to marketers. And hidden in the same file, a side note basically through the screen. Jim will not be informed until the last possible second, once all sponsor payments have been cleared. Harlem has lost its collective mind. TikTok investigators screen captured every site and posted real-time breakdowns. Savage memes were created by stitching old clips of Jim caressing Chrissy's stomach on stage, which were then captioned with sobbing emojis and clown expressions. The entire world laughed, gasped, and shared it with their messiest group chats until it spread like a digital wildfire. No lawyer could stop. And if the hush file wasn't humiliating enough, Harlem's favorite mother-in-law, Mama Jones, decided to To bring the final shred of family laundry into the open, a hungry blogger captured her during her outburst outside her favorite, a hair salon. No filters, no apologies. She blurted out the words Harlem had been waiting for. She had always known Chrissy was poison. She claimed she urged Jim to open his eyes years ago. He now has heartbreak, embarrassment, and a lawyer bill so thick that Cam can't skin it away. The sponsors moved quickly, faster than Chrissy's public relations team could provide. Baby vitamin bargains are dead. Branded maternity shoots are canceled with harsh refund demands. A designer retailer she featured in her writing